What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Taurean Reloaded channel. If you are new, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to hit that bell and have your notifications set to all so you'll be notified whenever I uploaded a new video or go live. Also, be sure to like, comment, and share this content on your various social media platforms. So, in this story, we will be heading to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where we have this woman in the picture whose name is Sydney Angela Holder, who was just arrested for making racist threats online against black people. Now, y'all won't believe how old this chick actually is because she looks older than what she is. I was actually shocked to find out what. Then again, not really. But I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Police make an arrest after a student from a West Alabama community college is accused of threatening to shoot black people. The threat was made in a video. Tuscaloosa police confirmed charging someone within hours of being notified. A Tuscaloosa police spokeswoman tells me they were notified by the public and administrators at Shelton State Community College on June 23rd. Soon afterwards, a student was booked into the Tuscaloosa County Jail. Authorities say 20-year-old Sydney Angela Holder, 20, y'all. 20. That's how old they say she is. Allegedly. Was charged with disorderly conduct in relation to a statement made on social media Wednesday. And before I go any further, it's funny I say that and about her age and how she appears older because someone has said on Twitter that when individuals like this are racist, they tend to age a lot faster. I said, yeah, and a combination of bad genetics. Officers say they interviewed Holder at police headquarters and later charged her. Lisa Young, president of Tuscaloosa County's NAACP branch, says concern by students who share a class with Holder came forward. In the video, Holder is accused of using a racial slur, then threatening to shoot black people and shows a gun. Young says she contacted administrators at Shelton State and the police as soon as she was notified. We live in a country where in the past 30 years, we've had over 50 incidents of gun violence, of mass shootings. And people are walking around terrorized. They feel terrorized, so I actually consider it a domestic terrorist threat, said Young. Shelton State Community College released the following statement concerning the incident. Shelton State Community College is currently working with the Tuscaloosa Police Department regarding a recent social media incident. The college is fully participating with law enforcement's investigation, and is dedicated to upholding its institutional values of integrity, accountability, respect, and responsiveness. Shelton State remains committed to maintaining a safe environment for all. And it says any additional questions will be directed to the Tuscaloosa Police Department. It's so many people like this that are floating around in spaces like colleges all the time, especially at these small colleges or even at the large colleges at that. They're everywhere. And sometimes they, like I said, the races of today, no matter if they are, well, especially if they're young, they can blend in with society so well if they don't come off so overt. She was probably one of the people that didn't come off as the typical person to actually act in that way until she got bold enough one day to get online and actually reveal who she truly was. She probably was one of the people that maybe hung out with some black people or had a black friend or whatever the case may be, and was harboring these feelings. These racist feelings for that person or people. Notice that they interview one of the people, and it's scary in the sense that this person is right up under your nose. Like they're in the classroom with you. They're talking all this shit about you online. They brandish a gun. Imagine if they decided to bring that gun to the classroom and just started to fire off. And I'm glad they said that this should be labeled as a domestic terroristic threat because she got online and made threats specifically to black people while brandishing a gun, which means if she wanted to, or let's just say that it's almost a blessing in disguise by her own stupidity and ignorance that she did decide to brandish the gun online and say what she said online to the point where people could see it. Because if she did not do this online, it would have been easier for her to commit the act in which we know she wanted to do, which was most likely commit a mass shooting. I mean, why else would she brandish a gun? Why else would she go on and say and harbor those feelings that she had about black people? This is most likely what she wanted to do as far as committing such an act. It's pretty much laid out there. It's not really hard to decipher. This is just who she is. And people love to say, oh, the races are dying out. No, they're not. They're getting younger and younger. This chick is 20. She's a whole lot closer to 21 than she is to 51 or 61 or 71, if you get what I mean. She was born in 2002. So she's Gen Z. She's pretty much almost at the end of Gen Z, if my math is correct. I'm not sure where the Gen Z line in the next generation begins, but I do know she's Gen Z. So don't sit here and think for a second that Gen Z doesn't want to get it popping. After all, these last few mass shootings that we have seen that were racially motivated were carried out by people who are Gen Z. When's the last time you seen one that was committed by a millennial or Gen X? So what does that tell you? So to everybody thinking that the so-called Dub S is leaving, they're not leaving that as fast as you think, because they're being breeded at home. I mean, after all, look at the video of that PC boy who went to that house down in Texas, to that black family with that whip. That wasn't even Gen Z. That was the generation after it, because that boy definitely could not be. That boy was what, 10, I believe. So he was born in 2012. And that's after Gen Z. I don't know what generation that is. And that's after her. She's 10 years older than him. So what does that tell you? It's bred at home. And what's scary about her is that she could go on and most likely have children. They may never even know that this even existed about their mother. And she's going to breed that same ideology most likely into them. And then that's how the cycle continues. What did they say about the woman? The first teacher of the child. There you go. I had to come back and add in this piece right here because listen to this. This was actually just put into the story. This is Alabama white woman arrested for video threatening to shoot a you-know-what in Walmart and gets a $500 bond. That's the same story. Good thing I found this. This was actually after or posted in an update to the video I just recently did. So now this escalates even further. This is where she plans to do this. All she got was a measly $500 bond. She was trying, it says Sydney Angela Holder was charged with a misdemeanor. Not a hate crime, but a misdemeanor. No felony charges, but a misdemeanor for threatening to do what the Buffalo shooter did. And they're talking about Peyton Gendron. But they want to claim that PC privilege isn't a thing. And I can look at her picture and I could be wrong, but she looked like she barely has 2 nickels to rub together her damn self. But this is just the nature. And it doesn't surprise me that this is happening. This happened in Alabama. It doesn't surprise me that this is where it happened at.